The planet of Armageddon, a hive world of industrialized warfare. The orks, led by warlord Gazkul Thraka, have brought a giant war to bear upon the Imperial planet and the denizens that inhabit the sprawling hives. This, the third war for Armageddon, is set to be the largest yet. The conflict would draw in over 25 Space Marine chapters, dozens of Astra Militarum regiments, several Titan legions, and cause the immense destruction that litters the planet. Throughout this campaign, hundreds of battles were fought. Today, we focus on one small skirmish that took place. Sector 12A1, also known as Novak's Pass, is to be the site of a deadly battle. While the incursion of hive infurnus is underway, by chaos, the reinforcements destined to relieve the beleaguered defenders find themselves facing down an orkish horde. The horde, being drawn to the combat in the nearby hive, seek to outflank the defenders, so it falls to these few men and women of the Imperial Guard to defend the pass at all costs. To attain their goal, they have at their disposal 90,000 death corps, 25,000 Cadians, 40,000 Imperial conscripts, 400 Black Templars, 200 Ultramarines, 100 artillery guns, and 10 weapon emplacements. Using this overwhelming firepower, they will face down the brutish ork horde, consisting of 100,000 shooters, 800,000 sluggers, and 200,000 nobs. Will they be able to hold out against this monumental onslaught? As always, if you do like this content, do hit the subscribe button and like the video, as that's the best way to support the channel. With all that being said, let's kick off today's slaughter. Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen, the break of dawn, and the war has begun. Already you can see the Imperial artillery opening up and just decimating the ork line here. Oh god, hundreds are being flung around the battlefield in the first opening salvos. And the Imperial Guard begin their counter-charge here, heading right for the ork war. They are not going to take this one sitting down, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, the good old conscripts here on the very front lines here, the very first ones to engage the ork war. Thousands of slugger boys now are sensing the brutality that is about to ensue. They are very, very happy with this, ladies and gentlemen. More of them being flung through the air there in the background. Oh my days. Yeah, the front line of the Imperial Guardsmen has now been well and truly engaged here. Bones are cracking, blood is being spewed everywhere as the poor old conscripts here take the full force of the orkish charge. Let's go have a look behind them though. Here we can see the Black Templars coming to their aid, ready, and our emplacements also laying down massive amounts of fire onto that ork front line. The war is in full swing here. We've got a couple of knobs making their way forward. You can see the conscripts desperately trying to back up here, but unfortunately behind them, hundreds more conscripts are there trying to give them covering fire. You can see though, something crazy here is actually happening. Every time one of the artillery shells go off, some of the orks actually survive and they get flung into the Imperial Guard line. Let's have a look down here. Look, some of them actually survive. So all that's happened really is they've been thrown into the middle. They've been thrown into the middle of a load of the guard and they just slice them all around them. The front line is starting to falter little by little, and it's not because the Imperial Guard are trying to retreat, it's simply because the orks are absolutely slaying them at the moment. The Imperial Guard are making an excellent stand here though. Thousands of orks have been cut down. Let's have a look at our kill counters. 30,000 kills to the orks, 90,000 to the Imperial Guard so far. It is all to play for, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go have a look at our flanks, where we can see some of the Black Templar now heading forward, and they are going to actually stem the tide all by themselves here, giving the Imperial Guard a chance to get back and get a superior firing position. We can see though in the background over here, ork shooters are lighting them up. They're giving some good old return fire, and streaks of deadly fire are going right across the battlefield here from the emplacements. Absolute devastation is ensuing. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Ork knobs on the field here, mincing the front line. We've got Cadians over here mixing in now. Oh god, this is brutality. Look at this. So many are dying every second. That is absolutely insane. Oh my god, you just hold down the trigger, wouldn't you? You would not let go at all. The front line here is getting actually pretty spicy now. You can see where the Black Templars are. Anyone want to take a guess where the Black Templars are, ladies and gentlemen? Yes,
The entire horde of orcs has been held back now by just a couple of hundred Black Templars, though it does look like the faltering. Oh no, the Black Templars have actually been overwhelmed here. They did offer some really good support on this side, and I'm actually starting to think that this might get a little bit impassable over here. The blood is really starting to flow here. Look at this war horde relentlessly pushing forward, having just bashed in some Space Marine skulls. They're hungering for more. More and more Black Templars, though, coming to the front line here. Look at this. The entire war has been held back here by just a couple of hundred. That's absolutely amazing. And where there aren't any Black Templars, the orcs are just surging forward here. Oh my god, let's go have a look at the flank. How are we doing over here? Couple of Black Templars holding out. The Men of Krieg here with Cadians are putting up a fierce resistance. Thousands of orcs are just laying dead on the floor in massive pools of blood. Oh my god, there are so many of them. They just keep surging forward. An impossible deluge of green is happening at the moment. Let's get the kill counters up. So far, the orcs, 80,000 kills. The defenders, 365,000 kills. You can see, though, the orcs trying to get the flank here, but we've got a couple of ultramarines, bolters at the ready, pumping out death, exploding orc flesh all over the floor. My god, is there a lot of orc flesh on the floor? Just look at it. There's so many bodies all over the place. Let's go have a look at the overall battle at the moment, see how we're getting on. So you can see that a lot of the Imperial Guard have pushed forward. Oh no, it looks like the orcs actually managed to get to the back line and have destroyed a lot of the weapon emplacements here. We had a renegade orc group, and now they're attacking the Men of Krieg in the rear. The Men of Krieg, though, they are not giving up this position without a fight. Oh no, they're going to backpedal and just shoot these poor old slugger boys, who are pretty much all dead. Let's go back to our front line over here, where yet again, look at this, the Black Templar are actually pushing forward here, ladies and gentlemen. They are taking the fight to the orcs, but on the rest of the line, where there aren't any, just look at that. Oh my god, it's a sea of green and deadly bolter fire. The front line is a miasma of death and corpses, just so much blood, and even the orc knobs here are just getting absolutely annihilated by intense firepower from the Imperial Guard lines. The conscripts standing together with Cadians and the Krieg are holding resolute, ladies and gentlemen, but will it be enough to withstand this British horde? They're doing the damn best, I'll tell you that much. Look at that sea of green that's just heading to them. And I'm going to say, there's a heck of a lot of knobs on this flank here. Oh my god, look at them. Hundreds and hundreds of them are just surging forward. That's absolutely insane. They are cleaving a path here through the poor old Cadians. They really need to kill as many of them as quickly as possible. Oh my god, that is really fast, actually. Look at this. And there's a deadly encirclement going on now. We've got a heck of a lot of shooters standing on top of the hill here now, just raining down death onto the poor old Imperial Guard lines. Yeah, that's pretty nasty, actually. I don't know if it's going to be enough. You can see, though, we have got a large detachment here of boys in blue. I forgot the name for a second. Ultramarines, that's the one. There we go. We've got a large detachment of Ultramarines here, and they won't go down without a fight. Hopefully, the bolter guns here should be doing absolute devastating damage to that front line. Hopefully, this will actually give the Krieg enough time here to reform their line. But look at this. The Sea of Green is almost unending here. So many have died. 571,000 dead orcs, 152,000 dead Imperials, ladies and gentlemen. This is coming down to the wire. 25,000 defenders remaining. These orc knobs have really been putting in the work here. Oh my god. Come on, Kriegsmen, whip out them shovels. I'm sure you'll be able to take on a pneumatic crushing arm. Absolutely no problem. It is getting bleak here. Perhaps the Imperial Guard should not have fielded their entire force here and charged. But, you know, unfortunately, they were sort of caught in an ambush here while on the march to the hive. Unfortunately, the orcs descended upon them, and the result has been an absolute slaughter here for both sides. The orcs are just extremely happy, to be honest, that they managed to get into a fight. Oh my god, look at this. The insane death here on the front now, as Operation Mop Up realistically for the orcs has been declared. Only 9,000 of the guardsmen remain here, with a few hundred Ultramarines with their bolters at the ready. And look at this. They are getting just completely swarmed, standing back to back here. They're trying the best, but is it going to be enough? The men of Krieg here sort of using the Space Marines as cover almost. I know I would be if I was one of them. Already, although, only 4,000 of them remaining. The Orks, stomping UMie heads here, are extremely happy with the result, and so am I, quite frankly. I'm a big fan of the Orks. I absolutely love them. One of my favourite armies in the Warhammer universe. It's just got to be said. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the good old Imperial Guard, but you know what? Sometimes it's just nice to know that the Orks are just so overpowered and brutal that even the immense firepower of the Imperial Guard could not be enough. Combine that with Adapters Astaris, yeah. To be fair though, this was quite a large Ork war here. Oh my god. The last stand here, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to hold out. The last of their kind here. Setting up the transponder beacon to call in. Well, I'm guessing you know what's about to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. We can't let the Orks win. As always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who help to keep this channel going. And as a bonus reward, your extra content is now available, so go ahead and check that out. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button below. And if you're interested in some Warhammer short stories, go and check out the website. Links in the description. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.